Hello everyone. Well, it will be no surprise to most of the world that Barack Obama was re-elected. He was certainly the popular choice in every country outside of the US, with the exception of Israel. It was a bit tougher in his domestic market at home because economic policies perhaps hadn't always satisfied all Americans. But giving President Obama credit, he dealt with the banking crisis very well in America, so that US banks were properly repaired long before the Europeans even touched the subject. And he also made sure that the US motor industry wasn't allowed to go completely into liquidation. He saved lots of jobs, and he probably staved off a major depression. So he deserves a lot of credit in that regard. Going on to the next 4 years, the president may actually get a little lucky. He's got certain short-term things to overcome. The fiscal cliff, the problems in Europe, change of leadership in China. All these things can batter an economy that's already struggling, but the US is doing better than most of the world, and the early signs of recovery are in place. The consumer's deleveraging. The average American household borrowed a total of $13.8 trillion by the summer of 2008. That's now down to $12.9 trillion. So Americans have paid off $875 billion in credit. Yes, the government have been borrowing more money, but on the flip side, corporate America and the consumer are deleveraging, and that's been very good news. As I said, there are things to overcome, but there's an improvement in the housing market. Prices are stabilising. New permits have increased. New build permits have increased from just over 500,000 to over 800,000 now. Still way off the average of 1.3 million, but it's going in the right direction. If the president can hold it together for the next year, deal with the short-term issues, then it's possible that we might actually get some expectation of long-term sustained improvements come 2014 with the US moving towards a balanced budget. That will be very good for investors.